I thought it'd be really fun to go ahead and critique some of the best wedding filmmakers in the business today. Not really a critique, but more of an appreciation, if you like. The first wedding videographer we're going to do is Riccardo Fasoli.
We gather here today to celebrate the wedding of Tjarne and Daniel. You have come here to share in this formal commitment they make to one another, to offer your love and support for this union, and to allow Tjarne and Daniel to start their married life together, surrounded by the people dearest and most important to them.
Hey guys, I'm Victor Fox. I'm a wedding filmmaker out here in Vancouver, BC. This is a little series I'm thinking of putting together of just showing some appreciation for some of the best wedding filmmakers in the business. Like I said, first episode today is going to be Riccardo Fasoli, and the film we're going to be looking at is Tjarne and Dan. This is an Australian couple, so pretty interesting, really good stuff. I'm not going to go through the whole video, but I'm going to show you some of the things that I really love about Riccardo's work. Here we go. Okay, first off, I love how he started at the end of the wedding. You know, well, not the very end maybe, but he started on the dancing, the fun. He hasn't just started with, you know, the seriousness, the vows, something like that, or the venue. You know, he's taken us into the party, and we're like in this dancing. It's a lot of fun. So that's a cool little twist. I like when cinematographers do that, where they start at the party. Also, love this super widescreen. Holy cow. Excellent. It's like I really love the audio. I feel like this might even be like actual audio from the band that's playing, so that just really sells it. And I mean, this location is amazing. Can you imagine shooting here? What is this, Tuscany? Jeez. See, that's an interesting shot. That's the kind of shot not everyone would get if they were in this situation with, you know, a push in. It probably started as a push in, you know, on a gimbal, towards these boats, and then it ended up being a reverse kind of like, let me take you from the outside into the wedding. Cool transition.
Well, buongiorno everyone.
Boom, straight up. This is a beautiful shot, and it goes to show you that, I mean, obviously there's a lot of things making this shot really great. Like there's a lot of really great depth. You know, you have the people in the foreground here. You have this guy right here. You've got this beam, which is, you know, closer to us than this beam. And there's this beam, this beam, this beam. We got some like dark, light, darker face, light, dark, light. So we've got a lot of like interest in terms of contrast. We've got a lot of depth in terms of layers. This right here, this right here, this right here. Background really far away. That makes this a beautiful shot. And having your speeches be really beautiful like this is super important for you know, a good-looking wedding film, because speeches make up such a huge part of the wedding film, and I feel like a lot of wedding filmmakers aren't really taking full advantage of this aspect of their film. You know, if you can get a really good location for the speeches, your film is just going to be like on another level as soon as you take control of that.
And welcome. Pretty amazing, eh? Can you believe we're in Positano, Italy? I still can't believe it. It's pretty awesome. And, you know, it's just fantastic to have everyone here, family.
Killer drone shot, love that. Let's skip through, let's see what else we got. Obviously drone shots are amazing when you're in an incredible location like that. Boom, back to our speeches, right? We're just coming, that's all we're really doing, you know, is we're taking cool B-roll and we're cutting back to these speeches. So if this looks bad, the wedding film is gonna look worse than it should. Some awesome shots of the ocean. Here we go, we've got another one, right? Look at this shot. Look at this shot. Layers, right? Depth. We've got this line. She's standing up. She's the brightest thing in the scene, right? She is the center of focus. This bloke over here is kind of getting in our way. He should sit down. But we've got some nice leading lines. We've got some nice dark, light, darker area, lighter. We've got the faces. We've got the out of focus to the in focus. We've got the depth, the leading lines, the depth, closer, middle, further away. This is making this shot look great. And care and time was put into making this shot look great. This wasn't just, I'll just set up my camera anyway. He thought about where's the best position to get the best looking speeches, because the speeches are really important.
And loves and adores you for who you are.
Obviously great looking. If you're in a great location, you know, go out an extra day and get these shots, because this is beautiful. So yeah, I mean, this is how it's done, you know. Getting some interesting B-roll, cutting back to some really nice looking speeches, and yeah, if you can shoot in Tuscany, all the better, right? Love it. Shooting through things. This is a really good technique. Just find a curtain or some glass, shoot through that stuff. It's going to add depth, add layers, add interest to your shot.
Tian, you have been...
I think that's actually, that looks maybe more like a reflection than... Yeah, that looks like it might be a reflection.
Tian, you
Like a painting on a wall. Maybe that's the glass shooting into the reflection.
amazing role model for your sisters. Always looking out for them and caring for them.
Mm-hmm.
Don't cry.
So we got the cut to the ceremony. What else we got here? Ceremony.
Now,
Good looking shot. I love when Riccardo uses a gimbal, because maybe sometimes he uses it in ways I wouldn't use it, but most of the time he uses it very, very tastefully and not constantly. He doesn't do moves that don't make sense. He doesn't create movement in a film that feels unnatural. It's like adding an extra dimension that doesn't need to be there. He uses it tastefully, and this is a good example, following the bride to the ceremony.
this is their perfect day, and everyone here means something very special to them, and they wanted to let you all know that all of you played an important part in their lives.
So it's really just that one shot. You know, he probably followed her a little bit longer,
Perfect day,
but it ended up just being that
everyone
one
here
shot, and
means something.
that one shot was worth it, in my opinion. And the rest of it, you know, he's playing it pretty safe. Obviously, he's got a camera. That looks like his safety angle up here. It's like got a post zoom happening, and then yeah, it looks like he probably spent most of his time down here. That looks like him right there. A little post zoom is very, very cool. Another sweet drone shot. Okay, then we've got another angle from the back.
I'll be honest, kind, and patient. Someone stitch me up.
Epic.
I love you, and
Another post
at the end of
zoom,
the day,
lovely.
I'll be your best friend.
This is great. This is the stuff I really love about Riccardo's stuff. He'll do these like little cinematic sequences, you know, but he doesn't overdo them. Like, people try to copy him and they cannot do it, man. Like, look at this sequence here where we just have the bride walking over to the groom, got a nice little like it's kind of like a little follow. I guess he's using the gimbal here. It's just kind of like pushing in, very subtle movement, and it's like 2 seconds. 2 seconds. When people try to copy Riccardo, they go too long. They do stuff like this, but it goes for 10 minutes. No one wants to watch this for 10 minutes, but little pieces of it, it's like, it elevates this stuff, which has to be beautiful as well.
Soulmate, and my
All these little close-ups.
So
These are great.
honored and proud to be your wife. Let's continue to dream big.
You see how they're just elevating this little exchange. Here we go. I love these. These I call these like the perfume advertisement shots. Shooting into the sun if possible. People just go married. Yeah, this shot here. Oh my god. Look at that. Look at that. How did you do that? Let's go back to that. Look at that sequence. Okay, so the bride is like going over to her mother, maybe her auntie, her grandmother, and you see this angle. She's going in for the hug. Riccardo's here. He's got the wide. Then he goes in, and he somehow gets on maybe the second hug, and then he cuts it together like it's the first hug, and he gets this amazing close-up. Look at that. That's beautiful. That's so beautiful. Great party stuff, great close-ups, super tight lenses to get these candid reactions. You know, he's using really like tight lenses. This is like a 85, 100 millimeter. This is tight. So you can just kind of sniper those shots out. Love that.
In the last 23 years, not a lot's changed. Your eyesight's like
Boom. Same thing, right? It's got that line. Got depth here. Getting reactions of the bride and the groom, obviously super important. Not every wedding videographer does it. Absolutely have to do it. It's gold. Look at this. Look at this. That's gold. So that was my review of Riccardo Fasoli's film. Like I said, it's not a critique, just a bit of appreciation. I feel like there's a lot you can learn from watching wedding filmmakers who are at the top of their game. I feel like their films are very valuable resources, and you can take things from their films and use them in your own films to really elevate your game. So let me know if you liked this video in the comments below. Also, hey, let me know who's your favorite wedding filmmaker. If you want to see more content like this in the future, don't forget to like and subscribe.